Every day, we look for ways to grow stronger. We hit the gym to build muscle, pushing our physical limits to reach new heights. But there is a different kind of strength, a mental fortitude that carries us through life's most difficult challenges. This strength comes from knowledge. Lifting a book is an exercise for the soul. It shapes your perspective, sharpens your intellect, and prepares you for the unknown. We often think success requires a single, massive leap. We wait for the grand breakthrough, the one-time event that changes everything, but the reality is much quieter. Success is born from the ticking of a clock and the small choices we make every single minute. The trap many of us fall into is waiting for the right time. We tell ourselves we will start when we are less busy. The path labeled the right time leads into a thick, swirling fog. It feels safe, but it is a distance that never gets closer. Procrastination is often just perfectionism in disguise. We want to read for hours, so we end up reading nothing at all. Here's the solution: the 2-minute rule. If you want to build a habit, make it so easy that you can't say no. As they open the book, the gray world begins to change. A single stroke of color appears on the wall, then another. 2 minutes becomes 5, 5 becomes 10. The momentum of the start is the most powerful force in self-improvement. Books are not just stories, they are universal solutions. Every problem you face has already been solved by someone else on paper. Look closely at the spines. These aren't just titles. They are answers to business failures, social anxiety, and deep-seated communication gaps. When you open a book, you aren't just reading words. You are following a roadmap through a complex maze of life. The maze of life is less intimidating when you have the map in your hands. You can see the dead ends before you take them. Beyond solutions, books offer something even more profound: mentorship across time. You can sit with the greatest minds in history. Imagine debating ethics with Seneca or discussing the future with a modern visionary. They share their life's work in a few hundred pages. Their words are like whispers that physically change your environment. The dark clouds of doubt outside the window begin to dissipate. This mentorship turns fear into action. It replaces the "I can't" with a structured "I will." Your perspective is shifted forever. Reading is not a luxury. It is a necessity for anyone who wants to lead a meaningful and intentional life. It is the bridge between who you are and who you want to become. It only requires a single step to cross it. The character closes the book. They look out the window at the world, not with confusion, but with a sense of purpose. Your mentor is waiting on the shelf. The answers are there, hidden in plain sight, waiting for you to pick them up. Don't wait for the right time. Don't wait for the perfect mood. Begin with just 2 minutes today and watch your world transform. Reading isn't just a hobby. It's a tool for transformation. Let's dive into how you can build a habit that fuels your personal growth. Reading can also be understood as a way to solve problems. Many people read aimlessly, but the most effective learners read to solve specific pressing problems in their lives. Imagine that giant wall again. When you pick up a book titled Solution, you aren't just reading, you are gathering the tools to dismantle obstacles. As you read the right words, the bricks start to fall. Knowledge provides the leverage needed to break through what once seemed impossible. The audiobook and engaging flow. We often struggle to find time, but audiobooks allow us to learn while we move through the world. Whether you are commuting or exercising, you can immerse yourself in a story. It's about making your environment a classroom without walls. However, engagement is key. If a book doesn't capture your interest within 45 minutes, give yourself the permission to stop and move on. Life is too short for boring books. By following your curiosity, you ensure that the habit of reading remains a joy, not a chore. Strategy 3. Mastering the content. True understanding comes from depth, not just speed. Re-listening and rereading are the secrets to mastery. Don't be afraid to scan through chapters you've already read. Repetition builds the neural pathways that turn information into wisdom. Visualize the concepts. As you learn, create mind maps and diagrams to connect new ideas to what you already know. Building the habit. Excellence is not an act, but a habit. It starts with carving out a small, sacred time each day. Over time, these small moments accumulate. Your personal library grows, not just on your shelves, but within your mind. Stay inspired, keep turning the pages, and watch as your world becomes brighter and full of possibilities. And finally, we explore how to build lasting habits and unlock the potential of audiobooks. Building an effective reading habit begins with consistency. Imagine starting your day by a quiet window at dawn. lost in the pages of a new world. Every page you read is like a seed planted in your mind. Over time, these small daily actions grow into a magnificent tree of knowledge. But what if you're too busy? That is where audiobooks become your secret weapon for self-improvement while on the move. Pro tip: don't stress about completion. You don't need to catch every single word to gain immense value from a great narrator. Think of an audiobook as listening to a smart friend. It's a conversation, not a test. Let the ideas flow naturally as you walk. For the best experience, choose narrative-driven books. Biographies and stories are much easier to follow through audio than dense, technical manuals. Control the pace to suit your focus. Many listeners find that increasing the speed to 1.2 or 1.5 times keeps their mind from wandering. Always seek contextual relevance. If you're facing work stress, find a book on mindfulness. When the content solves your problems, you'll stay engaged. Our featured recommendation today is Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now. It is a masterpiece on finding peace in the present moment. The core lesson is simple yet profound. Learn to control your mind rather than letting it control you. Find calm amidst the chaos. By living in the now, you eliminate the weight of the past and the anxiety of the future. Reading this can be life-changing. Start your journey today. Whether it's 5 minutes of a physical book or a chapter of an audiobook, every bit counts toward your growth. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on more tips for a better, more knowledgeable life.